folks, Paul here. Over the years I've done a few podcasts, and recently we had this new idea, and I'll talk about who we are in a minute. But anyway, wanted to try something a little different, something funny, maybe a little educational, and very topical. I saw this post on Facebook from this acquaintance, and it got this whole train a-rolling. It had me laughing, but it also sparked a lot of ideas, and so I had to reach out to him, and his name is Damian. Damian, how you doing today?
Hey, Paul, what's going on? Thanks for reaching out to me.
Absolutely.
I got to tell you, my palms are a little bit sweaty. This is the first one. I know you're a little seasoned vet, but anyway, we'll break this down a little bit. So where is this all going then? Where I say, well, people should meet people in person.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm a firm believer in that. But again, even in that, you have to watch your back. And what I also find interesting is when you hit 50, it's almost like you have to be aware of the grift, one, right?
Yep.
Because you hear all these stories.
Absolutely.
Two,
yeah.
which causes you to be more closed off to relationships. Battling against number three, which I never thought I'd say, is like, why are people so rigid and they don't want to get out there? Like, hey, we need to move that. Where before, like, okay, just move it. Like,
right.
No, I like that there.
Yeah.
We've become so rigid as we age, and it's something you cannot understand until you move through your own decades.
Sure. Yeah. I think
so. There's a lot of things working toward. Do you want to lead a lonely existence? Like, no, not really. Girlfriends are good.
But one must get one. And how did?
One must get one, but they're looking at. What was it? It's Kenny Rogers' song, but Eddie Murphy did it. Wookin' Panub
in all the wrong
places. Wookin' Panub. You're just wookin' Panub in all the wrong places.
But I always liked the one where he was, because that was from that Buckwheat Sings, and he did his version of Betty Davis Eyes. So awful.
Eddie Murphy and Betty Davis Eyes.
That's when he was his absolute. He was so sharp. He was sharp.
Was great.
He was the king, man. For a long time, he was the king. So, all right. So we're talking about Facebook grifting, right? And so we see it happening. It's too easy to do because we're putting so much of our own information out there.
I wouldn't know if it's easy to do. I guess it is. It's a matter of just numbers, right? So the message that I sent you today, and you said, I love that guy who busts all the scammers. He said,
Pierogi, yeah, scammer payback.
One out of 16, I forget the stat. It was like $1,000 a minute. I mean, it's some crazy amount of money that's coming from people stealing.
Right.
So you can go into it, which is messed up. You can go into 7-Eleven, never even brandish a weapon to say, give me all the money. Right. Or a bank and give me all the money. You run out with $2,000. These people are spending tens of thousands of dollars. And then they're not doing anything to catch them. And even in loss prevention, which I found is kind of crazy, because the loss prevention is an insurance company run by the same bank. Yes.
Right.
So they make that banks are not in it to lose money.
But who's running their call centers, Damian?
Yeah. Well, that's the Indian government. That's organized crime.
And that's where a lot of this stuff comes from. And if you watch guys,
crime overseas. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a even larger conversation is why don't we do all this stuff within our own country? Oh, because it costs.
Who's giving the information too? Are they buying it? Are they buying it from someone here?
Well, there is that whole dark web thing. That's a real thing. And
I believe it.
You don't want to go there. I once went there, and I'm going to make a confession. You see the Star Wars shit behind me.
Yeah.
I had to know what was going to happen in episode 1. for the Phantom Menace, and so there was the dark web, and they had the whole script. The whole script, word for word.
Someone paid someone some dollars, I'll tell you that.
To get it out there, you know? And, you know, I wish I'd never done it, of course. But looking back, it ruins the movie. That wasn't very good to begin with, but had it been good, then I'm just spoiling it. That's a whole other thing to talk about. But I guess with the online group, specifically Facebook, though, everybody puts their lives out there now. It's completely acceptable in our culture. I'm going to let you know who I'm married to, where we got married, every guest, everything. Yeah, and it's easy to just look at someone's profile, you know, and just say, boy, I got you pegged.
Well, yeah, well, it the amount that we don't even understand, where we're talking about AI, and I can sit here and I'll go, hey Siri, and they say, here, shit, all my devices just turned on. All of them.
That's why I have all mine off.
All of them. All right, so you're telling me they're not listening to other shit? Come on. They're just waiting there going, say hey Siri, say hey Siri, say hey Siri. Well, we're not going to talk about cats.
Good evening.
And there it is.
There you go.
And there it is.
Yeah, I mean, they're listening. I mean, it's part of our culture now.
Snowden.
I'm boring enough. It's kind of like having a peeping Tom where I'm flipping them off through the window going, what do you want to see, my PJs or my crusted underwear? What do you want to look at? Seriously. So I got nothing to hide. But I can understand that a lot of people out there enjoy their privacy.
Yeah, I mean, I think once people get a hold of your age or even within 10 years, you can take pretty easy shots at people.
They go to that field. They go to the field, male, female. They'll go to single, you know, whether if you filled it out or not.
Right.
And I don't know what the hack was, but I'm telling you, I got hit with a tsunami of these friend requests. And I was like, oh God. That's going on. So I decided to have fun with it, and that's how we got connected.
Yeah, that's exactly how we got connected.
Yeah.
I have a funny one that I kind of made them think twice about doing it again. Because I enjoy it. I love roasting these people, and based on the things that I saw you doing, it's clear that you do too. So I'll kind of share this like image sequence that I did. One sec. Let me turn that one off, and then we're going to turn this one on. And you'll be able to see what I see. So the intent I had with this was totally pure, and I'll explain. So let me hit this share button. Okay. So here you can see me, and there's this big black window. This was a graphic of a film that I'd made for a company, because I make commercials and stuff like that. And I wanted to see how it was doing. Was it getting any hits or not? And this person here named Luna hits me up and says, hi, Paul, how'd it go today? Did you notice that I've been trying to get your attention lately? Never ask me that question, because I'm going to have so much fun with it. Now, you'll notice that Luna is two separate words, Luna. That becomes important later. And also, I want you to get a look at Luna here, so nobody else gets the grift from her. So this is Luna, clearly much younger than I am. And so I responded. And when I responded, it turned into someone else's chat, which is Belinda.
Yeah.
And that was really funny. Now, they're from the same
Dayton,
place.
Ohio. Yeah, I've gotten a bunch of those.
Yep. They're both from the same place. They both work in the same field. Everything about them was the same, including how they spaced their name out. So at the time, it wasn't Belinda. It was Luna still. And so I said, hi there. Have we met? I noticed you commented on my post. Seen here. And so I show them the post, and here's the little micro shot of that. So then they decide to reach out to me, and their name changes. Good afternoon, Paul. How you doing? I said, I'm all I'm all right, nothing left. And you, that's a bad political joke in there. And they said, I'm all right. Which is not a true joke. But anyway, you'd ask me if we met, and I said that I did. You'd comment on a film I made. I don't think we did. What was it you liked? And she goes, I don't know. I guess it was an interesting movie. Well, it wasn't a movie. It was all of something that was 10 seconds long.
Yeah.
So I already have them. I have them snared now, and now they're committed to it. I said, well, that's in the eye of the beholder. You also mentioned trying to get my attention. Why? They go, that's not me. Guess you're mistaken. So I explained, it's on your account. Very recently, your screen name changed from Luna. Now the pictures changed, your profile pic, everything's changed. Yeah, and now I'm Belinda, not Luna. And I said, yet Luna brought me here. And it just keeps going on. And is this some sort of mystery? And so I said, I was just about to ask you the same thing, at which point I screen record the whole thing and I send it off to Facebook, getting them banned. Viewers, if you have things that you would like us to talk about, debate, look at, or whatever, drop us a line, and you'll be able to do that very thing, and then we'll talk about it. And if you're a scammer doing so, boy, am I gonna so hard. And I do not use lube. I use pine tar.
I'm the guy dropping the pine tar on top of the pee-pee.
That's his grift.